Welcome to this week's edition of Book Chat. I wanted to talk to you today because April is actually Poetry Month, and my class has been working on writing some fantastic poems, and I have enjoyed reading them remotely, and we're actually working on a collaborative poem right now. So each of the students in my class has a day with the poem, and they add a line to it, and then we pass it on to the next student. So I can't wait to see the finished product for that. So one of my favorite poems or favorite poets from when I was much younger and probably until now still is Shel Silverstein. And the first Shel Silverstein book that I remember being exposed to was Where the Sidewalk Ends. So my book jacket has long since disappeared off of my copy of Where the Sidewalk Ends, and the pages are falling out. It's a much loved book in my house, and I was super excited to find that I had it at home because I often do take it to school. So my probably favorite poem of his, and I say probably because I have quite a few that are right up there as favorites, but probably my favorite is the peanut butter sandwich poem. So I'm actually going to read you this poem today so that you can enjoy it, and then maybe check out some Shel Silverstein poems of your own this month to celebrate Poetry Month, and then maybe write some of your own poetry. So here we go. Peanut butter sandwich. I'll sing you a poem of a silly young king who played with the world at the end of a string. But he only loved one single thing, and that was just a peanut butter sandwich. His scepter and his royal gowns, his regal throne and golden crowns were brown and sticky from the mounds and drippings from each peanut butter sandwich. His subjects all were silly fools, for he had passed a royal rule that all that they could learn in school was how to make a peanut butter sandwich. He would not eat his sovereign steak. He scorned his soup and kingly cake, and told his courtly cook to bake an extra sticky peanut butter sandwich. And then one day he took a bite and started chewing with delight, but found his mouth was stuck quite tight from that last bite of peanut butter sandwich. His brother pulled, his sister pried, the wizard pushed, his mother cried, "My boy's committed suicide from eating his last peanut butter sandwich." The dentist came and the royal doc, the royal plumber banged and knocked. But still those jaws stayed tightly locked. Oh darn that sticky peanut butter sandwich. The carpenter, he tried with pliers. The telephone man, he tried with wires. The firemen, they tried with fire, but couldn't melt that peanut butter sandwich. With ropes and pulleys, drills and coil, with steam and lubricating oil, for 20 years of tears and toil, they fought that awful peanut butter sandwich. Then all his royal subjects came, they hooked his jaws with grappling chains and pulled both ways with might and main against that stubborn peanut butter sandwich. Each man and woman, girl and boy, put down their plows and pots and toys and pulled until crack, oh joy! They broke right through that peanut butter sandwich. A puff of dust, a screech, a squeak. The king's jaws opened with a creak, and then, in a voice so faint and weak, the first words that they heard him speak were, "How about a peanut butter sandwich?" So I hope you enjoyed that poem. That is, like I said, probably my very favorite Shel Silverstein poem. And I would love to hear what poems you love to read. So if you don't have a favorite poem yet, then go check some websites out or check out some books at home, and let me know who your favorite poet is and what kind of poetry you like to read. All right, it's been great chatting with you, and I will chat with you next week.